Hi, dirt fans, welcome. We're live tonight, Volusia Speedway Park, and that's right, we got the finals here tonight. We're crowning the champ with a VLR presented by X.cerlerated. Tonight, the Big 3 Series in the super late model. It has been 12 grueling weeks here, and we're at week 12 here tonight. And these boys, man, are about to just see what they can do. And right now, you see them on the track just tearing each other up, but man, they're going to tear this place apart, and we're definitely going to crown us a champ. It's some money on the line, and they always say, boy, it's going to be exciting. As always, I'm Joe White up here in the booth, bringing this action to you. David Richards up here with me, getting a sandwich right now. He'll be right back here in a second. He said he got to get him some pork chops before the race started. It's going to be too much excitement for him, guys, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good one. I kind of feel the electricity here. And Jacob Leverstein, right now, he's got a 10-point lead. All right, 10 points. Separates him from Jacob Fields. Going to be close. We're about to see. Last week, Jacob had to battle back for some awesome adversity. That's a good word to use. And he was able to battle back and hold on to the points lead. Jacob Fields almost had it covered, and then early on in the event, he had problems. Let's see what happens here tonight at Volusia. See what these guys have got for him here tonight. Just listening to these guys right now, just kind of geared up a little bit. Do a little practice. We'll advance the session here. I know Howard, the Weaver man out there, he'll definitely advance this thing out for us. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in, checking in here tonight. We're live here tonight, OSR Network, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live, along with X.cerlerated Facebook's page there. So check us out, definitely. And see all the people, man, filing in. Get your favorite driver. Who you think's going to pull this thing off here tonight? Who you thinking of points? I mean, you got Jacob Leverstein up front, Jacob Fields, so Jacob and Jacob show there. Jacob Fields in second. Virgil Graham sitting in third. He's got a long shot. Howard Weaver's there in fourth, and Garrett Nieberge in fifth. So let me know who's your man out there. As the session is advanced, we're going into qualifying here, folks. These boys, man, will pack it up for our first qualifying here tonight. Looks like we've got a star-studded field. We have about 30-some machines. It'll be awesome. V12 double overhead cams for McLaren. What are you talking about, Brett? You building some V12s? Good night. What are you over there building? That's a hefty, man. That's hefty. What's up, Rocky? How you doing, man? I'll tell you what. Good one so far. Brett says he's out there building 2 rocket ships. He's about to go to the moon.
Tell you what, I'm about to go to the moon on these dang chicken strips over here, Joe.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that now. Chicken strips, man. Oh. Man got chicken. We got racing also.
Yeah, we do got some racing, but man, nothing quite beats the chicken strips with some VLR racing tonight.
And that's right, VLR, man, presented by X.cerlerated here. Big 3, Tyler Ducharme. Well, I tell you what, he made a name last week. The win up there, and look at him here tonight. Might not be in the running for any points or whatnot here, but right now and then, Austin Simmelman. I hope I finally get his last name right. I have to say it really kind of slow. And there's Jacob Fields. He's sitting in third right now, and he's got a 10-point. He's 10 points out from the lead. And man, Jacob Leverstein, he's going to have to do something here tonight. right, well, I'll tell you what, man. Still Tyler Ducharme's up there up front. What do you think we're going to see here tonight, Davis?
Well, caught me with a chicken strip in my mouth.
Don't spit it out. That's good chicken.
It is good chicken, Joe. I like to put some ranch and buffalo sauce on my chicken. Makes it real good. But yeah, back to the racing and the action here tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of good racing out there. Tyler Ducharme, he came out last night, shocked the whole entire world coming out with that win, and man, did he earn it. I know people got the chance, too, to check out the World of Outlaws Craftsman Series up on iRacing and Race Spot TV last night. But man, they were doing some awesome racing. All these drivers out here, there's a lot of VLR drivers. They didn't have a best night that they wanted to have, but there was still some good drivers out there, like Alex Ducharme coming out with the top 5, and Howard Weaver, I believe, came out with the top 10, I believe, or
top
I could
10.
Be wrong. Yeah,
I think
it was top 10.
Actually, who was it? Oh shoot, man, I should know his name. Anthony
Presto.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, he actually did probably the best out there. Yeah.
Well, and you know, we got Tyler Hudson back here tonight. He wasn't here last week, but he's going to be out here tonight. So we're for some good, hard racing. And in the midst of it all, we're going to crown a champion, and I'm going to eat some good chicken strip.
There you go. I was broadcasting last night, so I didn't watch no World Outlaws, man. I'm busy. 7 days a week. I love it. I'll tell you what, it has been, I want to say right off here at the bottom of my heart here, I see Rocky and them out there. I want to go ahead and say I do appreciate the guys here at VLR and the guys over at X.cerlerated for allowing myself here at OSR Network. I want to appreciate the guys been in the booth, like David's been up here, Blake's been up here, Brett's been up here with me, all the guys, man, that's worked with me up here. But I really, really want to appreciate these last 12 weeks. The viewers out there, the fans out there, all these drivers out there for allowing us to broadcast this thing and bring this awesome show to you, because you know, it's going to come to an end here tonight, and it has been an awesome 12 weeks, and I have really, really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot about the dirt side of things, and it has been fun. You can still check us out on Thursday nights for the Midnight Madness series there. Tommy Rowe Jr. puts that on for the VLR. But I just want to say, man, first and foremost, man, I appreciate it, man, the guys here at Team VLR for allowing myself here at OSR Network, online simracingnetwork.com, your home for fun and exciting sim racing, to bring this live action here to you. And then the guys over at X.cerlerated for allowing us to bring it on their Facebook Live page. And I know VLR, you know, appreciates them letting them do that too, to get it out there to a lot of people, because it has been a fun series and it has been a fun time, man, here tonight. And it's going to be fun here tonight too, to see what happens. Who's going to walk away here as a champ? Who's going to be the big dog here tonight in these awesome, man, machines? And right now, Dylan Fox with Drew Hertzko on top point right now. You know, they're the guys out there that are definitely, you know, they're showing what they've got. And you've definitely got Tyler Ducharme, who has just showed out of nowhere, boom, here. But one most notable one here that we're not seeing in the top, who last week he had to do it the hard way. He's starting 20th right now, and that is Jacob Leverstein. He is the points leader as we're heading in here for our first heat race tonight. Davis, I tell you, this is where all the nerves get going. This is where these guys, man, I guess they make the big bucks here as we're getting set here for our first heat race here tonight, folks. For the VLR, man, presented by X.cerlerated Big 3 Super Late Models. We got Randall Carter out there, Robert Schaefer, Ian Blanchard, Dylan Fox, Dalton Connor, Zach Rounds, Cole Newhoffen, Dustin Sizemore, and Stefan Kilovoda. That's it. Yeah, I think I got it right. As we get these guys geared up here, man, and get them set, it's going to be an awesome run. I just kind of feel the electricity that these guys are bringing here, the excitement as we close out this series on Tuesday nights, and it's been an awesome one so far. So, like I said, man, gonna be a good one. We got a good track here and a good set of guys out here tonight.
Yeah, we really do, Joe. But in this heat, like you said, got Randall Carter up there, Ian Blanchard, Robert Schaefer. Got a lot of big name guys out there. Cole Newhoffen and Zach Rounds starting in 6 and 7. So we're gonna have to see those drivers, see if they can make it out to the front. Zach Rounds won that thriller a couple weeks ago, so have to see he's gonna have to work some to get in that feature through the A main if he doesn't want to make it to that B main.
Absolutely, you know, and you're right. I think Jacob's the one who was going to Steven. Okay, my bad. Kilovoda. Okay, Steven Kilovoda. All right, Kilovoda. Gotcha. That'll work. Appreciate it, man. As always, Brett's out there. He's got my back on stuff. Man from down, look, it's the all-star man from down under there, Brett Wheeler. You know, folks, if you can't catch him over at Ultimate Dirt TV. He does some awesome work. But speaking of Steven, it's like he didn't make the field out here. I didn't see him grid up. Okay. Well, pace cars turning around here. Davis, we're about to go racing here for our first heat race here tonight. Fellas, man, buckle them up. We're going racing in Volusia dirt track style here. And these boys, man, are about to put the hammer down tonight. They're about to storm all through and beat and bang and sling some mud up in your face. Pace truck ducks off on pit road. Man up front there, wastes no time. And that 37 machine, Randall Carter, he gets jumped out. They're already beating and banging in the back.
They are, as you see them sliding up and down, trying to get single file here as they come into turn 3 and 4, going to cross that checkered, or that start and finish line and complete their first lap here tonight. As they're still all over the place, but you got Randall Carter out front and Ian Blanchard is close behind in second.
Absolutely, Randall Carter, like you said, out front, got command of this one. Ian Blanchard's there in second. You got Dalton Connor there sitting in third. Let's go on back here because the battle's on for fourth place. As a man in the Cole, you got Robert Schaefer there. He's nailing down the back end of Cole Newhoffen. Newhoffen's trying to hold him off. He's saying, look, fella, man, get off my back deck lid here. I'm trying to race this big monster machine.
He is, Joe, but it doesn't matter. If you can't finish third, then you're going to be going into the C and the B main because those drivers in fourth and fifth are just trying to catch up to Dalton Connor. He's Cole Newhoffen in that fourth position. He's gaining some time on him right now, just going through the corner. But I don't know. He's got to make his move, and he's got to get up there in a hurry. Absolutely.
Right now, everybody's clinging to that bottom line. I got a feeling before it's over with, everybody's going to be up there high and wide on the cushion here before we get done. Zach Rounds is in an unusual place. He's not going around and around as fast as he normally would. He's back in the sixth place spot. But you're right. You've got to get into that top three positions as we're still watching this fourth place battle. As the top three, they're kind of spread out, but they're single file, and they've kind of got their own command of their own race right now.
They really do, Joe. I'm not really seeing them. I'm not even. Let me get the words out. It's that chicken that's choking me up, Joe. I'm not seeing any sense of urgency out of these drivers. But as I say that 29 of Zach Rounds just got a heck of a run right there on the 30 of Robert Schaefer. Now you're seeing Schaefer look high on Cole Newhoffen. Now he's not going to have enough momentum to get in that turn. But that first driver, that 29 machine is Zach Rounds. He's making that high side work. He's running about half a lane up from these drivers, and he's running that cushion in 3 and 4.
Maybe he's sitting down here just trying to test the waters of what he's got to do, maybe in the mains and all, because as of right now, he's going to have to work himself up the hard way, sitting back there in the sixth place spot. Only the top three here advanced out to the feature. So these guys are going to have to work their way through like the C and the B mains here. And if they want to get to that top, if it keeps on, because we've got 2 laps left in this one.
Yeah, barring any big catastrophe with Dalton Connor, he's got that third and last transfer position locked up. But you see right now on their last lap, Randall Carter has got the lead with Ian Blanchard in second as these drivers are coming into 3 and 4 and getting ready to take that checkered flag.
Absolutely. Randall Carter's going to take the checkered flag. Ian Blanchard's going to be in second there. Dalton Connor's going to get that last transfer. And the battle was on for fourth place as Cole Newhoffen, he got the fourth. Robert Schaefer there in fifth. Zach Rounds ends up in sixth. So that's going to put us into heat race number 2 here. And well, we got some names in this one. Austin Carr, Ronnie Followay, Dylan Wilson, Drew Hertzko, Howard Weaver, Ken Short, Kevin Forcier, Lucas Crowning, and Drew Phillips, man. I'm going to tell you, that is an all-star field right there.
It is, Joe. And speaking of all-star field, that first heat right there, man, that's a bit of an upset right there with Cole Newhoffen and Zach Rounds not making that A main and having to gonna go through it the hard way.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, but we've seen some guys last week do it, and we've seen them do it throughout this whole entire series. They've been able to do that. They've been able to actually just, we would think fast drivers. You only got so many spots and so many positions, and you get so many cars out here. Sometimes, even though you might have the fastest deal out here, you got to make it the hard way up there.
It is, and the drivers that are watching this will understand what I'm about to say. Is qualifying means so much to these drivers. If you're not able to qualify good, then it can completely ruin the night right from the start. You got to get a good qualifying position to get a good spot in those heats to transfer to that A main.
And I agree with you there. I really, really think that in the dirt side of things, qualifying is very, very important. We talk about the asphalt side of stuff where some tracks qualifying doesn't mean as much as it does to other ones. But here on dirt, oh yeah, you've got to make a good qualifying, and if you don't, well, you're going to find yourself in trouble. No matter how fast you are, no matter how good of a setup or a car you've got, you're going to have to work yourself up there the hard way all night long.
Yep, you are, Joe, and I think that's what we've seen with some of these drivers out in the field, just not been able to put that qualifying lap down and not been able to dominate like we've seen in seasons past.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. We're getting set here to go heat race number 2. Racing folks out here. It's going to be a good one as that pace truck's pulling them around. The number 24 machine up front. I think that's the number 20. No, 14 machine, excuse me. Austin Carr up front there, along with the 31 on the outside of Ronnie. And you got Dylan Wilson back in the backside here as the pace truck's pulling around. Heat race 2. Green flags in the air. We're gone, and I tell you what, so is Austin Carr. He gets a good jump, but the battle's on for second. Here comes Dylan Wilson on the inside of Ronnie.
He looks to make it 3 wide. He thinks better of it, but now you've got Wilson going to the bottom. There's contact between him and Austin Carter. Austin Carter regains that lead, and now you've got the 31 of Ronnie Falloway looking to come into their clutches and try to gain that second position, but the 26 of Drew Herchko wants that third and last final transfer spot.
Man, I tell you what, Dylan Wilson, the Kool-Aid man, he is cool, calm, and collective as he pounds the side of Austin Carr going into the turn. He says, I want that thing. He says, man, well, I'm going to come on up in there. He's got the low line, and he's using that curve on the bottom side. You see the 14 of Austin. He is trying to travel up the track, but they have got the synchronized slide. It's almost like swimming. Beautiful, beautiful sight, being able to come through the turns just right there, being all coordinated.
They are, and these drivers better be careful because the 26 of Herchko and Ronnie Falloway are coming in a hurry. And then look back there in that 5th position. That's the man, the number 07 machine of Howard Weaver. He's playing a very safe and conservative heat race out there tonight, Joe.
Absolutely, sitting in the 5th place spot, Drew Herchko. I mean, you have got some who's who of talent up there in that top 5. The problem is only 3 of these guys are going to advance on to the main here tonight. Right now, Dylan Wilson's giving everything he's got. He is dropping hammers and dropping bombs as he's on the inside, the 14 of Austin Carr, and he's going to hook it up side by side out of the turn. Ronnie's back there sitting in the winds thinking, hey, if you guys wreck, maybe I can capitalize on it.
And look who's coming to that top side and going to that cushion. That's the 07 of Howard Weaver. I think he's seen the number 14 machine of Austin Carr. He's working that high line. The 14 isn't quite on that cushion, but he's still making that high line work, and I think the 07 of Weaver recognized that.
Absolutely. He's going to try to bring that high line man into play here. He's up top, but the problem is he's also got Drew Herchko right down on the bottom side. He does take the 4th place spot, so all he's got to think about is trying to get that 3rd and final transfer here tonight. Time's running out, though, as we're going to cross the line. It's going to be 2 to go as Dylan Wilson still working over our leader up front. But Drew Herchko, he's not done with that Weaver machine up there, the 07.
He's not. You see Weaver on that high side trying to get all the momentum. It was working at first, but now you see it slowly falling off right there. I think the 31 of Ronnie Falloway has got to make a mistake for Weaver to get that transfer spot, and we just seen Weaver jump the cushion a bit on that straightaway.
Yeah, he did. He's going to lose a spot a little bit to Drew Herchko. Drew goes to the inside one more time around as it looks like Austin Carr out of the final turn. He's going to win heat race 2. Dylan Wilson second. Ronnie Falloway takes the last spot, and Howard Weaver, Drew Herchko, Ken Short, and all those guys, they're going to have to do it the hard way.
They are, Joe. They're going to have to do it that hard way, and there we get and see a bit of some upsets going on out there. But hey, Wonder if we're going to see an upset out here in this third heat, because you've got Tyler Hudson starting in the 6th position and Ducharme in the 4th, along with Jacob Fields in that 3rd position.
But I'll tell you what, if you want to name some names, well, this third heat here has got it. John Fiddler, Garrett Nieberge, Jacob Fields, Tyler Ducharme, Kyle Morris, Tyler Hudson, Josh Phillips, Jordan Wisely. You've got 9 bad boy machines out here and some bad, awesome, super late models on the dirt track. I'm about to tear it up and about to show you how it's done. That's wow. Again, 3 drivers. They go on. But, man, we've got more than 3 top drivers in this one.
We do, Joe, and that's going to make that C and B main something to watch. So after these heat races, don't go anywhere, because it is sure to be a thriller.
Oh, absolutely. It ain't over with for the guys. I mean, they still got a shot to get up in there. You got John Fiddler up there. Now, Jacob Fields, he understands very important. Last week, he did what he had to do. He is 10 points out from the leader, Jacob Leverstein. He needs to go ahead and seal his deal into the main so he doesn't have to work so hard. So the worst thing that can happen to him, probably, I won't say the worst thing, but the bad thing that can happen to him right now is get knocked out of that 3rd place spot and not transferring to the main here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joe. That would be horrible, and that would have major implications for the rest of this race and the rest of the season. I'd say the rest of the season, it's the last race of it.
Absolutely. Here we go. Heat race 3, pace trucks pulling them around. Star-studded field, some bad fast boys on a bad fast dirt track, and some awesome bad fast super late model machines out here. Trucks in. Here we go. Up front, 115 of John Fiddler. He's waiting to drop that hammer, and he is gone. Just like Donkey Kong, pulls it out front. The 19 of Garrett Nieberge pulls up to the 2nd spot, and you got a dogfight happening behind him with the 007.
You do watch that 25 of Ducharme. He's trying to think about it, taking it 3 wide. Is he going to do it? No, he's just laying back, waiting for that right move to make. I thought he could have made it up through that middle, might have made the positions, but he might have taken them all out. And there's contact right there with the 01 of Tyler Hudson and 93 of Kyle Morris, but the 01 of Hudson gets away and now checks out. Now he's got his sights set on those top 4.
Absolutely. Tyler Hudson's coming into the mix. So is Tyler Ducharme. Tyler Show coming to the front here as that 007. Jacob Fields understands. Look at that. Back up underneath, throwing the crossover move. Garrett Nieberge, he is here. Those guys behind them says, look, y'all might be running for a title or a championship or whatever. Doesn't matter. We trying to win some races.
Yes, Joe, and I'm watching that 25 of Ducharme, and he's just not able to throw it into 1 and 2 like these other drivers are, and he's losing a lot of momentum to these other drivers.
Yes, he is. But Tyler Hudson right now, he's up underneath that 3rd place man for the 3rd place final transfer spot there under Garrett Nieberge, trying to get there. If he can actually maybe upset Garrett a little bit, might leave the opening for Tyler. As you already see, Jacob Fields walking away some as John Fiddler, he's in control of this one up front right now.
Yeah, as you see Ducharme, he's just searching around that track, trying to find the line that works. They're almost 3 wide. Look at the 25 of Ducharme. He's almost going to make contact there with the number 19 of Nieberge, but now Hudson has that last and final transfer spot, but we got a battle for the lead.
Battle for the lead, battle for the transfer spot as Jacob Fields knows what he has to do. Get up front, and he's up high using the cushion here with the 115 of John Fiddler down low. Here comes Tyler Hudson in that transfer, but don't count Garrett Nieberge out. Don't count Tyler Ducharme out. Now, Jacob Fields understands this is the best way for him to do it. Just get out front and take off long gone into the sunset.
He is. He's trying to. I think the 01 of Hudson realizes that too. If he stays where he's at, he's going to transfer. But he gets there, battles with these drivers, and plays a little bit of offense. He might lose that 3rd spot to the 25 of Ducharme, but they're coming around turn 1 and 2, going to take the back stretch, and then maybe 3 and 4 to take that white flag, Joe.
Yeah, white flag one more time for the heat race number 3 here. Battle on for the lead as John Fiddler looks to the inside. Jacob Fields on the high side. As of right now, Jacob Fields would make the main and would make the life a lot easier heading towards a championship. As he comes out of the turn, he is going to take this one here as Fiddler's going to try one more time. Can't quite get it done on the inside. Jacob Fields and the battle here for the 3rd place, Tyler Hudson. Well, he hangs on to that one out of the last one. Almost clobbered the wall.
He did, Joe, but what an awesome heat right there. You caught it from the beginning. A bunch of all-stars out here as Jacob Fields, John Fiddler, and Tyler Hudson advance to the A main, but Ducharme, Nieberge, Phillips, Wesley, and then it just switched on me, so I lost it right there. But those drivers are gonna have to make it in through the B and C main.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we go. Heat race number 4. And I've always wanted to ask you before we get this one started, where do you real life broadcast at there, Davis?
I was just getting a little smart aleck up in the chat right there, Joe. I was eating my chicken strips, had me feeling good. So I thought I'd be a little smart aleck out there.
I had to say that. Man, it's all said. But hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you what though. You pretty much, man, we're on par as far as these guys out there. I mean, I've always said it, and I've said it also. I'll keep saying it a million times. iRacing here is probably the realest thing that you're going to get without sitting out here spending thousands of millions of dollars and getting into a real race car. It's the closest thing you are going to get. So yeah, you might as well say we are real commentators up here, man, commentating real drivers, because these are not AI guys. These are actually real guys behind the wheel. And to start this heat race here, looks like we got Weston Newell, Mike Moyner, Virgil Graham, Shane James, Austin Simmelman, Jacob Leverstein, John Literal, and David Heileman all in this one here. And I tell you what, man, we need to look at Jacob Leverstein. He definitely needs, he's got to get to that main. I just saw Jacob Fields advance, so he knows his work's cut out for him.
He does, Joe. Starting that 5th position, he's going to have some work cut out for him. And about the real drivers, if these drivers were real life drivers out here, and this is real, man, we'd have fights every night for as much crap as they talk to each other after these races.
No, absolutely. Well, I know Shane James, one of the favorites up there, the 156 of Mike Moyner. He's pretty good in himself, man. And I mean, it's just a who's who of guys. You got the 42 Virgil Graham. He's about to drop this thing and see what he can do. Pace trucks in. We're going green flag racing for the heat race here. That 777, he knows he's got to get to a transfer. He's going to let them guys get up there and beat up everybody in a 156. Goes up into the wall, takes out, looks like Virgil Graham and a couple other ones, and that does put Levenstein there in the 2nd spot, and he says, I want more, I want the lead.
That opened the catbird seat for the 777 of Leverstein. And tell you else who it opened for. That's the 21 of David Heileman. He got an EOL for some things that happened last week, and that right there, within 1 corner, he shot to that 3rd transfer spot. He said, bring that EOL on, I ain't scared of it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Heilemaniacs, they're up high and wide right now, but Shane James, and I know a couple people out there, he's got that HRE Motorsports machine humming right now, but he's got a mean, hungry Jacob Leverstein behind him in the 777, who understands he needs to make the main. Right now, he's 10 points ahead. He wants to make life hard for Jacob Fields out here to try to leapfrog him. He wants the money. He wants the title. He wants to say, I'm the man walking out of this one tonight.
Well, he looks like he's showing it too, Joe, in that 2nd position, just trying to get that 1st spot. So he can get around Shane James. He's going around the bottom. The season number 3 car uses about half a lane higher than him. I haven't seen these drivers quite use that cushion. The 21 of Heileman's starting to flirt with it, but we've got a battle for that transfer spot, and we've got a battle for the lead.
Man, battle for the lead, battle for the transfer. This is what it's all about. Last race of the season, these guys are giving it all here. Don't hold back, don't give up, and put it all on the line. The 68 machine, John Literal. He is literally, man, right there trying to take the Heilemaniacs out of the picture and say make them work for it if they want in the main. But up front, Jacob Leverstein is not happy with sitting in 2nd. He is up underneath Shane James and trying to take that lead from him.
He is, and he's just sticking to that bottom, hasn't moved that car. He's concentrating, hitting every single line, every single lap the same way, and it's starting to work for him. I don't know. I think if he gets to that last lap, it's going to be a checkered photo finish if these drivers keep it up.
Absolutely. HRE versus the 777 of Jacob Leverstein. Down low, those two machines, man, are battling it out in a synchronized slide. One low, one high as they go door to door. Out of the turn, it's a drag race to the finish. We're going to have to see who's going to take this one, who wants it the most up front as they almost make contact. Got a nose out front for Jacob as they still will go side to side into the turn.
They are, Joe. You see the 3 of James still up high as he takes that white flag, the 777 of Leverstein. Using that bottom, that race would have been over right there. Leverstein would have got it. Leverstein pulls the slide job up on Shane James. Shane James is going to try to pull over the crossover. The 777 of Leverstein blocks them going into the corner, and Leverstein is going to win heat number 4.
what, though, David Heileman drag raced that man John Little to the finish and beat him by probably a foot to get the transfer, and then he's going to drive it out of the whole arena here and says, man, I'm tired now. Folks, I'm going to tell you what, that's just the heat races. We ain't done yet, so hold on to your shorts out there if they ain't already fell off or ran off one, because, man, we're going into our first main tonight, the C main here, and we got some drivers, 12 drivers here tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's what, the top 4 events in this one?
Yes, sir. The top 4 out of the C main will advance to that B main for a chance to make the feature. And the rest of these drivers outside of the top 4 will go home tonight. Starting in first in the C main is Josh Phillips, Virgil Grahams, Dylan Fox, Kevin Forseer in 4th, Jordan Wesley in 5th, Mike Molnar, Dustin Sizemore, Lucas Chowning, Kyle Morris, Weston Newell, Stephen Calavoda, and Drew Phillips rounding out the top 12.
Absolutely. Again, star-studded, skill-based. Some guys we need to look at here. Definitely are going to try to get into that main here tonight. A lot of these guys then after this will have to do it in the B main. I don't think does any of these drivers, and I should know this already, any of these drivers go home after this one?
Yes, Joe, the drivers who do not finish in the top 4 will go home.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I have to always remember the mains. I'm getting used to the heats and the feature. I'm trying to get used to all these mains and stuff like that. So I'll get it before it's over with, folks. But hey, that's all right. So, like we said, top 4 drivers go on to the feature. All these other ones going to pack it up and say, hey, it was an awesome season. Thanks for coming. We'll give you a snow cone.
Well, Joe, you said that we'll figure it out before it's over, man. Well, this season is about over because we're going to have 2 more mains after that, and that's going to be a wrap for this season.
Absolutely. So here we go. They have to line them up here and stack them and rack them and get set here to go racing. It looks like a couple machines didn't grid up because I don't see 12 machines out there. Do you? 2, 4, 6? Yeah, I don't see 12 out there. Am I looking at it wrong?
Right now, Weston Newell, Stephen Calavoda, and Drew Phillips are not in there right now as they did not grid up. So you've got 9 drivers all going for that top 4 to transfer to that B main.
Boy, I'll tell you what makes it even more interesting here. So here we go. These guys, man, are getting set. The 34 machine is up front. Josh Phillips, pace trucks in. He'll drop that thing down. He is long gone. Gets it out front. That's the best place to be. Behind him, though, Virgil Graham and company. And at 999, Dylan Fox there. And they're already beating and banging for the 5th place spot.
They are. That's going to be behind the number 967 of Kevin Forseer. It's going to be the 55 Jordan Wesley and Mike Molnar out there beating and banging and battling it up out there. But right now, you got to battle for that 4th transfer spot between Kevin Forseer and the number 55 Jordan Wesley.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. The final transfer spot. Boy, I tell you what, the 55, he almost put it in the wall. Behind him, you got Kyle Morris and Lucas Crowning right there trying to utilize the high line. See if he can't get something rumbling here. Let's see what's going on up front right fast. As you got Virgil Graham, he's under attack by Dylan Fox. Josh Phillips is still out front, so your top 3 guys, they're kind of nose to tail right now. But we go back here to look at this 4th place battle because that's the last and final transfer spot. And right now, the 93 of Kyle Morris, he's trying to get that high line and moving.
Yeah, Lucas Chowning had that thing drifted across the track looking like Volusia drift out there trying to get that thing under control. That cost him 2 or 3 positions. But you're right. All these drivers, Kyle Morton, Jordan Wesley, are all battling for that 4th transfer spot, and Kevin Forseer is having to play some defense out there tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He knows right now he is right there, the man with the target on his back, and he has got 2 hungry lines coming breathing down his back door, and that means the 93 of Kyle Morris. Jordan Wesley is there also in the 6, but look at this. Kyle is up top trying to utilize the high line with a cushion. Oh, wait a minute. That would mean that looks like that Kevin Forseer right there, he slid just a little bit and left it open, falls back to 5th place.
He does, Joe. Now he's going to have to go back onto the offense and try to get it. You see that high side finally coming in. I knew it would come in tonight. I just didn't really expect it to take this late. There's contact right there between Kevin Forseer and the number 55 of Jordan Wesley.
Man, one and done, and he is out, and that is going to put an end to it right there. Kyle Morris is going to hang on to it, and man, a race to the end between Dylan Fox and Virgil Graham for the second place spot with Josh Phillips. He's going to take that one, your top four: Phillips, Dylan, Virgil, and Kyle Morris. Wow, what a race for the C main here as we're going to head off into our B main here tonight.
Well, if it sounded like I was a little behind, it's because I was. I was at lap 6 by the time they were over with that race.
Oh, that's all right. I'm always behind.
Figure it out before it's over.
I'm always behind.
Well, Joe, we're going to have 12 drivers transfer to the A main from the B main. So we're going to have 2 drivers go home, Joe. Who do you think is going to go home tonight? We always call it the broadcast when we say who's going to win it. So who do you think is going home? Maybe we can get him some good luck.
Howard Weaver. I'll make everybody mad on the last race.
Damn.
I know, that was out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, man. Come on. I don't know if I can broadcast that one. You're going to have them coming after me, too. Guilty by association.
Well, you know, he's not in a bad place. He's going to be starting around about what looks like the 5th or 6th spot right now. So, top 4 drivers events on. You know, he's definitely got a machine to do it. The problem is, I mean, you're talking about Cole Newhoffen up there, Drew Hertzko, Tyler Ducharme, John Littoral. You still got Austin Simmelman in there, Garrett Nieberge, Ken Short. I mean, boy, the list goes on through here. You're right. I mean, it's really hard to sit here and pick a guy. I mean, I did that pretty much just to see what reaction everybody would be. But it's just really hard to pick somebody because, unfortunately, only 4 will advance, and the rest go home. So that means a couple of these top guys aren't going to make it.
Well, Joe, 12 advance to the A main, and then the other 2 go home. But I kind of wish it was like that for that B main. Because can you think, with this many heavy hitters in this B main, how much action we would see if only 4 drivers advance, but 12 do advance.
12 advance here? Oh, okay. Well, then.
Yeah, 2 will go home. But
oh,
man,
well, then. All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I was a little bit off there. But, okay, well, in that sense, then. Yeah, Howard's got a shot. He's good. I think Howard would be good.
This is a small one.
Yeah, he's good. So, all right. Man, well, that's. Man, I don't know. I ain't a gambling man, so I have no clue, man, with 12 of these guys, only 2. Wow, it's going to be tight.
It is, Joe. It's going to be very tight, but they're getting ready to take that hard left turn onto pit road, and these drivers are going to go green here tonight at Volusia for the B main.
Absolutely. Trucks in. Here we go. And the man out front, Cole, he gets a good jump. Drew Hertzko there in second. You got to look, though, man. Tyler Ducharme, he's up underneath the 68 machine as he's going to be running. There's John Littoral. They're battling it out up front. Let's go back here, though, to the 11th and 12th spot because you do got Ken Short 10th, Josh Phillips there. Dylan Fox is on that last transfer. And as I say that looks like the 29 machine of Zach Rounds just went around. And he's still got trouble, so wow, there's one of your top guys that probably already in trouble for this one.
Joe, you're right. As I'm watching the replay right now, as I'm watching the 29 of Zach Rounds come around the corner, and it looks like the 19 of Nieberge, or I'm sorry, Newhoffen, and the 30 of Robert Schaefer got into it, and it caused them to check up, and Zach Rounds just got into him and had nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what we got going on back here. You got Dylan Fox sitting in the 11th place spot right there in the 999 machine. He's working over Josh Phillips for 10th. Behind them, though, folks, that's the transfer spot, number 12. Right now, Virgil Graham, very fast driver. He's outside looking in. As I say that, he's right at past the mean machine there, Kyle Morse. So now Kyle Morse is going to try to cross him over as they're bumping and running a little bit back there. So right now, Kyle Morse is the man outside looking in as Drew Hertzko up front. What I'm going to tell you what, back here for about the 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot, Howard Weaver, Austin Simmelman, Cole Newhoffen, those guys, man, are just knocking each other's teeth out.
They are, Joe, as they're not giving anyone an inch out here tonight.
No, they're not. And I tell you right now, Cole's looking good in that number 8 machine. Well, what's that 18, Austin? He is right up underneath the Weaver Mobile, and he's going to try to see if he can't rattle his cage a little bit and get that 4th place spot away. Tyler Ducharme, well, he is holding his own up here. I got to give a hats off to the man in the 68. Folks, by iRacing standards, he's a rookie. And look at him, he's in 2nd.
Man, he's doing better than Richard the Rocket.
Absolutely. Better than I would do out here. I mean, he's literally wiping. I mean, he's got pro drivers right there behind him.
He is, Joe, as he's absolutely out there with that number 68 machine, taking him down and taking names.
Absolutely. So John Littrell doing a fantastic job. Howard Weaver still trying to hang on the 4th, but he's got Austin Simmelman right there, man, breathing down his back deck lid. Let's go back here to the 12th place spot. As Virgil Graham's got a little bit of comfort as we come into the checkered flag. Wow, that was early. Oh, my bad. Let me get it speeded up here. I was on the replay. We come to the checkered flag. I think Virgil Graham's going to hold on to it, and he does. Wow. So the guys who don't, Kyle Morris and Zach Rounds are the 2 guys who do not advance in this one.
It is, Joe. Well, absolutely heartbreaker for that 29 of Zach Rounds for not advancing here. Had a lot of speed, just got caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, and is not going to make it along with Kyle Morris. But you're right, Virgil Graham and that number 42 machine does make it to that A main, along with Dylan Fox, Josh Phillips, Garrett Nieberty, Ken Short, Robert Schaefer, Cole Newhoff, and Austin Silverman, Howard Weaver, Tyler Ducharme, John Littrell, and Drew Herchko.
Well, folks, I tell you what, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here. We're going to change servers up for our main tonight here as these guys, man, are about to grid this thing up. We're going to change up on our servers here a little bit. But we'll be right back after this. Definitely don't go anywhere, folks. Give us a few minutes and hang on to it, get some refreshments and all. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the VLR presented by X.cerlerated tonight here at Volusia Speedway Park. And we've got a thriller here as we're about to start that A main. But first, we're going to get a few interviews in. We're going to start off with our points leader, the 777 of Jacob Leverstein. Hey, Jacob, this is Davis up here in the OSRN Network booth. Man, you got what it takes to come out there and win the championship tonight?
I hope so. I think we got a fast car tonight. Had some really good luck in the heat there, and going to be starting up pretty close to the front, which I'm happy about. I'm aiming to just finish within the top 10, so that should win the championship for us as long as I finish in 9th place. So.
Well, man, in a situation like this, man, do you get nervous? Do you start stressing out? Or do you just block it all out and just go out there and race? Or do you try to be a little conservative out there and just hope you don't make any mistakes and hopefully don't wreck out of the race? But what's your mindset going in here tonight?
Yeah, I definitely do get really nervous before all these races. But, you know, once I get out on the track and we actually start moving around and stuff, it just comes down to just driving the car and just being conservative and just, you know, not trying to drive it too hard considering the spot that I'm starting in. So,
well, for any of the viewers that watch the race Sunday, just don't do that if you want a video of what not to do. But man, good luck out there. We'll be rooting for you, and go win a championship, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that was Jacob Leverstein, our points leader, by 10 points, and he's ahead of the 007 of Jacob Fields. Hey, Jacob, this is Davis Richards up here in the OSR Network booth. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, man, pretty good, man. We're just talking with the viewers out here. We just interviewed Jacob Leverstein, and we were seeing how he felt, seeing if he got nervous. Man, do you think he got what it takes? How are you going to make up that 10-point deficit?
I think it's going to take a miracle, man, honestly. I'm just going to try to get as strong a finish as I can, and I don't know, Jacob's fast, so I think, yeah, like I said, it'll take a miracle.
Well, hey, man, we've seen crazier things happen out there. I mean, it's only 10 positions. We're going to have 24, 25 drivers starting out there tonight, so anything can happen out there in these races.
Oh, yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Service up.
And we got Howard Weaver jumping in here, letting us know the service up. So I think that's our cue to let you go back in there, get focused, and get ready for tonight, Jacob.
All right, thanks, Davis.
Well, plays 10 points behind Leverstein, and Howard just poked me and said LMFAO didn't realize you guys were doing interviews on the waiting screen. Well, hey, it's fine, Howard. Even the greatest make mistakes. I think we could do one more interview. What do you think, Joe? It's Joe snacking over there. Let's see who we want to get in here. Let us know in the chat. First one I see out there, we'll throw him up here in the booth. Well, we're gonna wait and we're gonna get Howard Weaver after the race, whether he finishes in 23rd, 24th, or if he wins the dang thing. He's told me he gets a little nervous out there. He's got to focus in and hone in onto it. I told him to go out there and give her hell. But hey, we're gonna go right here. We're gonna get ready for this race, and we're gonna interview Austin Silverman, and then we're gonna go live here into the race. Hey, Austin. This is Davis up here in the OSR Network booth. Man, we were talking to the drivers in the championship earlier, but how is the track feeling out there tonight? Awkward silence. He's a little shy, but that's alright. We'll let him get back down there and let him focus in, Joe.
All right, we're back live. Main time here tonight. That's right. The bad boys here, the VLR, presented by X.cerlerated, the Big 3 series here in the super late model. It has been fast, fierce, and action-packed here all night long for the season final. And we just talked with, David Stead there, talked with Jacob Leverstein, our points leader by 10 points. He knows what he's got to do coming in here. And Jacob Fields, well, he knows what he has to do, 10 points back. The problem is he's hoping for a miracle, the parting of the dirt seas out here and something to happen for him. He knows Leverstein is very, very fast. Right now, he is third fast on the chart. So it's going to take him being out of that top 10 and pretty much Jacob winning, or pretty much 10 to 11 points back somehow, some way to get this thing done. But I tell you, these guys are storming around here getting kind of warmed up here right now.
Yeah, they really are, Joe. Let's get over here and head off into the track and try to get in this server and see if we can make some magic happen.
Oh yeah, these guys have done it all night long, and oh, what's up, Brett Alt? How you doing out there, man? I want to appreciate everybody else tuning in. Sorry about that. I was looking at the chat. I always like to try to recognize a lot of the viewers, and again, want to appreciate everybody tuning in as we're getting set right here. And we talked to those two guys, and you would think I kind of chuckled when I heard the interviews. They sounded about as excited and as pumped up as, well, mud. I mean, the boys, I thought they'd be a little more geared up. Maybe they're just kind of nervous coming into this one.
Yeah, Joe, just got a little shock setting in, a little nerves setting in too. Gonna go out there, get honed in, and try to come out of here. One of them's got to come out of here the champion, and statistics say Leverstein's got that 10-point lead over Fields, so Fields said it was going to take a miracle, but I think it's closer than that, Joe.
It is, you know, and on dirt racing, you know, anything can happen. You know, we've seen it time and time again. These guys get up here, and right now, you know, Leverstein, who's 6th fastest, Fields right now sitting at about 9th fastest, so they're right there close to each other as far as time-wise goes, but that still does not mean anything. It's treacherous out here. When these guys get out here and start beating and banging on each other, and the next thing you know, you can get wrapped up and boom, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joe. It can happen in a hurry, and it can happen really quick out there. I think hurry and quick are kind of the same terms there. I'm running out of broadcaster mojo out here, Joe. It was those chicken strips had me going. And now, man, I'm just running out of quick and witty words.
Well, look, it's either the mojo or your chicken man's running out.
My chicken ain't got no mojo. I don't know.
Its chicken done got no mojo. It done run out. Good night almighty. Well, Ronnie Followay right now is up top, looking good. Drew Hertzko sitting in the 2nd spot on the charts right here. Shane James right there in 3rd. Dylan Fox 4th. Austin Carr. That's your top 5 quick here in the warm-up practice session as we're getting here kind of geared up and set. Final race of the season here, folks. We're crowning a champ for the VLR, presented by X.cerlerated Big 3 Series. Super late model action. And I hope that y'all have enjoyed this redneck guy up here, man, commentating. I'm a lot different than all these Speedy Gonzalez mouth dudes like Davis Richards and Brett are and all that. So I hope I'm a little different here, and I hope y'all have appreciated the last 12 weeks, man, of this style commentating, because I have definitely enjoyed seeing these guys sling dirt, throw mud, and put these cars sideways turn after turn here on these tracks.
Well, Joe, I know why Brent didn't quit commentating out there with you on Tuesday nights, because every time he did, he had to get a new pair of pants.
Hey, see, there you go. You blew your drawers off.
Well, that really wasn't what I was going with, but we'll go there.
All right, so you got so excited you ran your drawers off. I don't know. Hey.
It went over your head, Joe. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, well, man, look, hey, dude, I'm slow and old, man. You gotta work with me up here, you know, hey.
Well, we had some memories out there, Joe. You know, I was late for a majority of the races. I missed about 3 or 4 of them too. I can't believe they still kept me on here as a commentator with you. I'd have figured they'd have kicked me off. But hey, that session hasn't advanced to that A main, and for the last time this season, we're going live.
Absolutely. You're right. For the final time here tonight, these guys will grid it up here, and we're going to take it up here like you just said, live here tonight. As the boys, these are the best here, or some of the best here, actually on iRacing, and definitely the best here that VLR has to offer here tonight as they're getting set here. Gridding them up, huge field, a lot of cars out here and a lot of names, and only one of them is going to win the race, and only one of them is going to win a championship. And the 777 right now, he's sitting in the seat. He's got the hot seat right there, and he's got a hungry man, 007, Jacob Fields, who would love to see if he couldn't sneak up there and kind of just steal it away from him.
I'm going to run through the order real quick before we go green here. Sitting in first place on the pole is the 37 machine of Randall Carter, Austin Carr in fifth. And third and fourth on that second row is the two drivers battling it out for the championship. The 007 of Jacob Fields and the 777 of Jacob Leverstein. And fifth and sixth, you have Ian Blanchard and Dylan Wilson. Starting behind them is John Fiddler, Shane James, Dalton Connor in ninth, Ronnie Falloway in 10th. You got the man, Mr. iRacing, Tyler Hudson in 11th, David Holloman sitting in 12th, the Holomaniacs, as he came in there and just absolutely came out of nowhere to get into A main from that fourth feature. And 13th, you have Drew Herchko. 14th, John Literal, Tyler Ducharme, last week's winner in 15th. Howard Weaver in the 07 machine. We haven't seen him win this season yet. He's starting mid-pack. This could be his race. Starting in the 16th position, Austin Simmelman in 17th. Cole Newhoffen in 18th. Robert Schaefer in 19th. 20th, Ken Short. Garrett Niebuhr starting in unfamiliar territory in 21st. Josh Phillips in 22nd. Dylan Fox in 23rd, and rounding out the field is that 42 green machine of Virgil Graham.
All right, for the final time, boys, tighten them up out there, and let's get this thing done here at Volusia Speedway tonight for the VLRs. Super late model pace trucks in, and the green flag flies. We're racing here, and out front they're already fighting up front there for the top spot. Jacob Leverstein, he's all over the back of Jacob Fields, but you got to look, Randall Carter out front. And are we already under caution?
Come on, boys.
Let's see what happens, see if we can actually find what happened on this one. Back here in the back and see what happened. I don't know if you saw it, but I don't even know what in the world happened on that one.
To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention at that start of the race, and I was so pumped up. But let's see if we can find it out here.
Oh, there it is, the 30 machine. Found it. Robert Schaefer in the back here. Let's see what happened. He's way back in the back. Looks like the 18 and Tyler Ducharme got together, checked him up, and Robert had nowhere to go, and he kind of caught the inside fence and kind of made that car just stop like a rock. So caution's out, folks up front. One thing to note, you'll see the lap counter up our door. We're not going to be here for 200 billion laps. We'll be here this time next year. It is actually, I believe it's 75 laps here tonight. I think I read that right. And with 75 laps, they do not count cautions, so that's why it's like this. So I don't even think we completed a lap. Oh, well, no laps on the board.
You're right, Joe. We have not completed a lap. That lap didn't count up as they're going to get ready and double file right here. And they only get 3 chances at going double file. After that third caution, they'll go single file.
Right, yeah. Usually by rule, they'll let them go a couple times around here, doubled up, just see if these guys can't get it settled down, get the nerves, straight and whatnot. And after that, they'll go single file if the cautions continue. But final race, here we go. Lights on that pace truck are off. It's pulling this field around here. Randall Carter patiently waiting to see when he's going to drop that hammer down up front and get that bad boy machine a-flying in the super late model he's got. Pace truck's in, green flag flies. He wastes no time, almost runs the pace truck over, heading off into the turn number 1, but he's got the number 4, Austin Carr, all over his back deck lid.
He does right there, as you see Austin Carr in that machine, trying to do everything he can, as Randall Carter's got about a 2/10 of a second lead, but Austin Carr is right on his back bumper. But you see that 007 of Jacob Fields on the bottom, the 777 of Leverstein on the top. We asked Leverstein if he was going to play conservative. He said, no, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to run my race. And then you see a very hungry 80 of Dylan Wilson as they're all synchronized, sliding across out of turn 3 and 4.
Man, I tell you what, riding along here, just give you a pretty picture of what these guys see out the windshield. Contact between Jacob Fields and Jacob Leverstein. Those two are battling for a title. Not what you want to see out there, because it opens the door up for Dylan Wilson. Ian Blanchard's right there on the inside. Well, they are all up there just in a mix, man. 3 wide coming into the turn, folks. Well, if you don't think they want to win this final one, think again.
And look, these are two competitors right here racing for the championship side by side. They've been side by side since that green flag drop, and now you're seeing Wilson again trying to get on that bottom. They make a little bit of contact between each other as they're coming into 1 and 2. The 2 points leaders make contact again. The 777 of Jacob Leverstein gets shuffled up top, and then Jacob Fields in that 007 goes back in front of him. But now you see the 777 going to the bottom and cut it in and trying to get everything he can to grab that position back.
Well, I tell you what, you always see the 4 wide salute out there at the beginning of the sprint cars. And right now, you're seeing a 3x3x3 salute here for the super late models. And it's one of the greatest shows that they're putting on at Volusia here for the final, for the VLR presented by X.cerlerated. As right now, that man up front, Austin Carr, he is holding off a hard charging Randall Carter. As they are 2 men up front right now. Jacob Fields, he's got the 3 spot, but Dylan Wilson's up underneath Jacob Leverstein. He understands what he has to do. Here comes Shane James and Ron Followay, though, into the mix.
Yes, they are, Joe, and I told these viewers they're going to see something great tonight, and you're seeing it right now as there's 3 wide. And then you see that white machine, the 777 of Leverstein, right in the middle of Shane James and the number 1 of Ronnie Followay.
Absolutely, Shane James got that HRE Motorsports a-humming coming through the field in the 3 machine. Jacob right there behind him. Ian Blanchard sitting in the 8th place spot. John Little, but boy, I tell you, Jacob understands he can't get into trouble. Can't sit there, man, and fender bang with a lot of these guys. He does not want to lose too many spots, because Jacob Fields right now, he is up front in the 3rd place. Leverstein is back in 6th. Can't afford to lose too many spots here tonight.
He can't, Joe, as he's in that 6th position. Now he's starting to kind of play conservative. We're starting to see here. He was going all out with Jacob Fields for that 3rd position, but he's kind of falling back here and biding his time. I think he realized that he can't keep racing like that, or contact was surely going to follow.
Absolutely, the Kool-Aid man, he's putting it on cool right now. He's got the Dylan Wilson at that 80 on the inside of 007. He says, you might be a spy, but I see you right now. And he's on the inside of him trying to take that spot away as they synchronize slide, jobbing it right around Volusia. That 80 machine looks like he might be able to use that inside lane to get that spot.
It does, Joe. It's looking like that as he's going to the inside, just trying to get there. I don't think he's going to have enough momentum.
Yeah, right now looking good. Dylan Wilson still on the inside. They're going to take it side by side. Now, Jacob Fields can't afford to sit here, man, and battle a lot, but he understands that he has a lot more to lose than Leverstein does at this moment. So he has got to give it all. He cannot lose these positions. He's got to fight for everything until the final laps, and he is. He's got that high line going in the 007.
Basically, the 007 of Fields pretty much has to win this right. You see contact between him and the 80 of Wilson. Wilson goes down low. Man, Wilson is out there fighting tooth and nail. We see him fight early on in the race, and then he kind of gets honed in and kind of concentrates in, but he is giving it all he's got on that bottom side. Not quite seeing him on top of that cushion yet. I still haven't seen it come in all night. I've seen a few drivers travel up there, but that place is going to be the place to be, and that 007 tags the wall.
Absolutely, 007 up there, and he's probably yelling, Wilson, get out the way. I'm going to knock your ball off the top of your head, man, if you don't watch out, as he goes for the crossover and goes to the inside. Shane James is coming into the mix. Boy, I tell you what, the 007 there, Jacob Fields understands. He knows what he needs to do. He's got that Elite 7 machine, and it is all going. All 8 cylinders are flying here tonight.
And that's got to be quiet. That's got to be the quote of the season for Joe White out there. But you're right. he finally decides to let that number 80 machine of Wilson go, and I think it was a right decision by him.
Yes, it was. I mean, because the more they battled, the more it brought up guys like Shane James, Ron Followay, who is right there in the mix now. I mean, those guys are just going for the win. They understand championship, they can't do it. They want the win. Look at the dust, and it is flying out here. It's like a wild, wild west saloon, and you got a bunch of gunslingers out here with some V8 horsepower slinging it around here on the dirt tracks of Volusia, and you still got Austin Carr out front along with Randall Carter sitting in second. Austin's checking out on this one. Jacob Fields right there in the fourth, Dylan Wilson, but boy, he's got his hands full with Shane James all over his back deck lid.
He does. Shane James, and that number 3 machine is to the bottom of it. He's got the number 1 of Ronnie Falloway still hunting, and going back to that 7th position, you got the 777 of Jacob Leverstein, and right behind him is the 115 of Fiddler, and that 01 of Tyler Hudson. Hudson started in that 11th position, but he's battling for 8th. As I'm just seeing these drivers, man, that bottom and middle line are so competitive and so close. We're 20 laps into this affair.
Man, I tell you what, got battles all over the place. Tyler Hudson is moving on up to the field there. He's trying to bring it to the top here as he's in 8th spot so far. John Fiddler sitting in 9th. Howard Weaver's another one moving it up, but boy, he has definitely got his hands full back here with Josh Phillips, Ian Blanchard, Tyler DeSharn, David Heileman, Austin Simmelman. I mean, man, listen to those names back there. Good night. That is just like an all-star football team back there. That's fantasy right there.
Joe, it is, and I'm looking back there, and you just seen the number 8 machine of Cole Newhoffen, and John Literal made a bit of contact right there, but you're right, Joe. Look at all these names in the back of the pack, and they're just staying there. They're not able to make any ground. There's so many, and they're racing so hard together.
Absolutely, and you just see this dust, man, just all over the place. The track right now is kind of just, it's not got slickened up, and it's just more dust out here as they're kicking it up. I mean, hard to see, hard to drive, and right now these guys are just all leveled out. It's a level playing field amongst everybody. We go up front here, though. You got Dylan Wilson working over Randall Carter. He's the man on a move right now and on a mission.
He is, Joe. That number 37 machine of Randall Carter's, he's battling with that number 80 of Dylan Wilson. Man, Dylan Wilson is on a move. Look at him get to the bottom, and Cousin Vernon makes that slide job with the 37 of Carter, fights back, and they make contact, and they're spinning, and that's right in front of the, who's that? The number 3 is Shane James.
Wow, contact. I'm going to tell you what, right there, the 37 of Randall Carter, he made a crossover move on Dylan Wilson. I know Dylan probably won't be totally happy, but he did it, and then the car just kind of drifted up the track. They made contact, and Jacob Fields, whew, boy, I tell you what, his nerves and blood pressure just shot about 30-some decimals to the sky because that happened right there in front of him, and he almost got a piece of it. He almost just saw his hopes and dreams just go, see you later and bye.
You're right, Joe, as that was a close one. He was lucky to get out of that one alive.
Wow, well, I tell you what, I don't know. It is, I'm in awe with the racing these guys have put on here so far. And folks, that's just how it's been all season long. It is a wild one, and not quite sure how many laps are left. I think, how many laps we got?
We're on lap 28, Joe.
All right, lap 28.
Randall Carter was given the EOL for that one.
Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, he did a crossover and came up onto him, so it's understandable.
Well, let's look at the back of the pack. And I'm trying to adjust my mic here, so it sounds like I'm coming in and out. It's because the thing keeps wanting to screw up on me. But either way, let's look at the back of the pack. You've got the names of like Holloman sitting in the 13th, Simmelman in 12th. Hudson's been able to make his way out to that 6th position. Niebergy is sitting in 19th. Weaver made it to that 8th position, but still some big names stuck back in the pack.
I know, and we've been seeing that this whole entire race. You know, that just goes to show you the level of competition and just how much competition is here in this. As we're getting set here to go back green flags, pace trucks in. Austin Carr, he slaps that hammer to the floor, and he's gone. Look at that. Ron Followay, though. He's going to go for the 2nd spot over Jacob Fields, as they're all going to go 3 and 4 wide up front. We're in the caution. And I don't 100% sure what that was, but we will. Oh, that's a big one. That one has Dylan Wilson involved. Oh, I hate to see that. As he's all tore up.
Rocket machine.
Yes, he did. Looks like, and Garrett Nieberge. Well, we were just talking about the who's who of names. Let's see what happened on this restart. They went 4 wide. And you've got a car that's up in, oh man, that's John Literal. Well, folks, he literally climbed the fence and is just hanging out right now, and he's upside down. And Garrett Nieberge wrecks along with Dylan Wilson and a 28 of Ken Short. So right there you go. Wow, that's a lot of who's who names there.
Yeah, someone got caught up in the catch fence there too.
That's John Little. He was literally hanging out.
Oh, man, you love using that one, don't you, Joe?
I know, man. It's awesome. Hey, he's trying to make his own racetrack. I mean, I guess he's trying to make his own line around here. He figures I'll use the fence line.
That's fine.
Hey, if it works for him.
Well, back to the pack here. You're gonna have Jacob. I believe they're gonna go single file for the rest of these restarts.
Yeah, try to calm down just a little bit. You know, these guys. I mean, hey, it's dirt racing. I'm gonna tell you what, hey, folks. If this right here doesn't get you using more of your medication, man, and wanting you to get a psychiatrist because you might need help because you think this is boring, well, then maybe you need to go over there, man, and talk to your neighbor or pet your cat, because I don't know what else to do for you. Man, this stuff here is just so fast-paced that you ain't going to be able to make a bologna sandwich in between them.
You're really not, Joe. And, man, I don't know if you got a chance to check out that Team VLR Facebook page, but I heard Weaver, they brought out a special Slow-Mo Joe.
Yeah, it's awesome, ain't it?
Yeah, that had me laughing for a good few minutes on that one. So if you didn't get to, you want to check it out after this race, because you don't want to miss a minute of the action here tonight at Volusia. It's the last race of the season. They're all single filed up. After this will be only single file restarts for the rest of the race. Caution flags do not count. They're on lap 28. We have Austin Carr in that Ford machine leading it. Ronnie Falloway in second. Jacob Fields sitting in third. And then we got to go all the way, well, I say all the way back, it's just fifth spot with Leverstein.
Absolutely. And we got the dudes out there talking about the R Factor nerds are up front. The pace car flies in, and here we go. Green flags back out. Austin Carr up front. Ronnie Falloway's there. And folks, to give you a history lesson, actually R Factor was the first to premiere out a dirt for sim, and that's why a lot of these guys came over. So iRacing was not the first to bring out an awesome sim on dirt. R Factor was the first to do it. So there's a little history lesson, a little tech speak for you as we're watching this battle up front. Shane James trying to work over Jacob Fields there, and Jacob Leverstein is in the mix. But Tyler Hudson, I call him Mr. iRacing himself, he's trying to work over John Fiddler right there for the 6th place spot.
It is. You watch Tyler Hudson. He said it before in his interview too. He's not the best qualifier, but he somehow, some way manages to keep that car clean. As I say that, he's door to door with the 115 of Fiddler, but he finds his way up front every time.
Hashtag he's cheating.
Hashtag glitch. You see him battling for the 115 machine, and right in front of them, they've got the points leader, Jacob Leverstein, just minding his own business and running his own race.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's probably going to like, man, what are you talking about? Look, well, we got to come up with something for him out here. But, you know, I tell you what, man, we can do it here too, man, on the dirt while this action. It might be fast, fierce, and in your face here tonight. But you know what? We can throw it high and wide and bring it out to the blimpy cam for the dirt side. We'll call it the dirty cam here for the dirty blimpy. How's that? On the dirt side of things, it gives you a good perspective of the track here and just shows you how far apart these guys are, which is not very far apart on the dirt track here. But look, we just got blimpy dirty. Hey, what do you think, Davis?
Man, I love me some dirty blimpy. I love me some dirty things too, Joe. And then like it gives you a wide view of the track to see how far these drivers and how close they are racing too. And I'm liking it out here. We're seeing some action-packed racing.
Absolutely, and I do put a challenge out there to anybody who wants to get into a fight with their significant other, lover, neighbor, whatever you want to call them. And when you're in an argument, just pull it out and say, look, man, I don't know what you're blimpy talking about, and see what happens from that point on, because it's just one of them happy words, blimpy.
You're absolutely right, but I'm telling you, if he makes his way up front even further, he's going to be a happy man. That's the 0-1 of Tyler Hudson battling the 777 of Jacob Leverstein. Just look how the 0-1, every single lap, is just able to keep it right up against that inside wall. He's not moving from it. And you see these drivers are running in the slicks. Look at that 777 of Leverstein right on that slick. And I don't know if you've ever been able to race a super late model out there, but riding that slick is so hard. Being able to manage that throttle, manage that brake, keep it perfect every single lap. And you can see those bumps are starting to form on the straightaways as well.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I got enough trouble walking straight rather than trying to drive sideways. These guys got all my respect in the world coming out here, throwing these things sideways in these turns and being able to do it. I would end up walking crooked by the time I was done driving this stuff, running into walls and the mailbox too. But right now, Tyler Hudson, he is working over Jacob Leverstein for that 5th place spot. Jacob still, well, as of right now, he is holding on to that points lead. And Tyler Hudson, though, he's putting the fenders to him right now.
Yes, Joe, we got a caution out.
Caution. All right. That's going to be in the back here towards Garrett Nieberg. Trying to see maybe what happened. I don't think it was him. Oh, no. Actually looks like Dylan Wilson again. So, man's out here spilling Kool-Aid all over the track here so far. And actually, David Heileman got spun, and Dylan Wilson just nowhere to go. Let's see. Yep. David Heileman got turned, Tyler Ducharme together, and then Dylan Wilson. Wow, Kool-Aid man, almost like the guy. What's that riddle man with the egg fell off the wall and
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, there you go. So the Kool-Aid man fell off the wall and he's done. You can tell I'm old, man. I don't remember a lot of those.
Well, he's got 40 laps complete here. Gonna have 60 to go, Joe.
It's been good so far. I tell you, I just, man, the action that these guys have put on, the excitement, and obviously the battle we've got going here for the points lead between Leverstein and Jacob Fields. And as of right now, Leverstein's got it locked up. I mean, Jacob Fields, he said it. He said he's going to need a miracle. I mean, he's definitely going to need help, and obviously we knew that coming in. Leverstein knew what he had to do, and that was stay up front. It looks like they're going to let him go side by side on this restart here. I don't think they're going to make him go a single file as I pull it around, but yeah, as of right now, Jacob Fields doing what he needs to do. Leverstein's doing what he needs to do in this points title.
He was, Joe. He is, Joe. He's doing absolutely what he needs to do. And yes, they're going double file here for this restart. Going to have 60 laps to go. Well, I'm sorry. They're going to have 40 laps.
I was trying to say, well, they had 75 to begin with.
35 laps to go.
Yeah, man. But look, folks, my redneck calculator's broke. I got an excuse. But, you know, he is a college graduate, by the way, as we're getting set to go back green flag racing. I just threw him under the bus there on that one. As a man out front of Austin Carr, he's going to drop the hammer, and he does. Ron fall away there in second, but watch out. Jacob Fields, he going to try to get that spot away. Shane James in the mix up there. They're 3 wide. Here comes the 07 of Howard Weaver shooting through the gap there.
The 07 of Howard Weaver absolutely just threads the needle right there. He's trying to get as many spots as he can. He's sitting in that 11th position. We see him make it all the way to 8th. Lost some positions on that last restart, but now he's in a hurry. I said, man, you got to do something out there. You got to come out there, and you got to win it. We haven't seen that Weaver Mobile in victory lane since Joe was a little kid.
Yeah, that's right. That's a long, long time ago. Did you fall asleep?
It is, Joe. No, I had to do something real quick, and it is, Joe. As he's battling, he's right up next to that number 45 of Tyler Ducharme, just keeping that thing really clean. But you see Jacob Leverstein sitting in 6th. Now he's got the 115 of Fiddler. He's got to be careful. The 115 almost makes contact with him. Still not seeing those drivers taking up to that cushion. Really surprised. This track has been too groove with that low in that middle lane, but we haven't seen that high line just really come and show the speed like we've seen it a few times in the heats.
Kind of a flat style surface here right now, and everybody's staying on that low middle groove right now, not traveling up top. The 115 of John Fiddler's working over, though. Jacob Leverstein right there for the 6th place spot behind them. Tyler Ducharme, Howard Weaver, Austin Simmelman. Boy, you got a who's who of all-star field right there behind him as they're trying to battle it out. as you still got Austin Carr running away with this one. Ron Followay up front. So I don't know about them talking about them a bunch of nerds, but they definitely know how to drive some super late models up front because they are holding off the field. Shane James, though, he's trying to rumble with that HRE Motorsports powerhouse.
And we've got 45 laps complete, Joe. And these drivers are absolutely duking it out here. You're looking at Jacob Webb's on that 777. And he's got to think, you see that gap between him and the 01 of Hudson. They might be holding these drivers up behind them. To see the 25 of Dushorn trying to take it low, just can't quite get the momentum to come out of that. Just that, I got to think that that middle line is where you want to be, and it's where we're seeing the most speed out of these drivers. I'm watching these drivers go on to the bottom, and they're losing just so much momentum on that exit. That middle line is king, and we've got a caution out on the field.
Caution's out right now, so let's go back here and see what we got going on. I'm going to tell you what. Let's see what happened, but look like Garrett Nieberge. Oh, Garrett Nieberge. He just got in the back of Dylan Wilson. I guess he got thirsty and thought he was going to get some Kool-Aid. He just, boom, right there in the back, turned him. You know, just, wow. Maybe he got thirsty.
Maybe he did. I'm getting a little thirsty up here, too. That chicken's really starting to drive me out.
That's why I got a cup of water over here.
Garrett Nieberge gets that EO well, and we're on lap number 48 of 75.
All right. Well, as Davis gets his math back right, these boys are going to get their head back right out here on the track. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you haven't, well, go home. Or if you're already at home, go outside. I don't know what to tell you, but we're about to bring this thing and bring the house down here at Volusia. And Austin Carr and Ron Followay, well, they have been the kings out here so far and have just rumbled this thing. You've got Shane James back there, though. He's got a beat-up, mean machine in that HRE Motorsports. And Jacob Field sitting there in fourth. Tyler Hudson, though, Mr. iracing himself. Well, hey, he's got a few tricks up his sleeves. Don't count him out.
Man, if he can get around these drivers up here right in front of him, he's got something for that number 4 machine of Austin Carr.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. That's me with a tater chip in my mouth.
Well, that's fine. I'll call us off here as they're double filed for this restart. That pace car is going to lead them down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4, and I'm going to keep drawing this out longer and longer until he decides to take that hard left turn on the pit road. He's coming, the little engine that could, and the green flag is out as Austin Carr and that 4 machine is leading them past start and finish line into turn 1 and 2. You see the number 3 of Shane James makes contact with the 1 of Ronnie Falloway. 007 makes some contact, and Tyler Hudson sees his opening door, and he's going to go for it onto the bottom of the 3 and 4. The 3 wide, he's bouncing and banging with the 1 and the 3 machine.
Man, you gotta be kidding me, man. All these guys 3 wide back here, they are open up in a can here tonight, man, at Volusia. Tyler Hudson, though, he's got his hands full with Jacob Fields up high. Behind him, Ron Followay. Shane James, he's shot up there. I told you, he's got all engines flying here tonight in HRE Motorsport. Sitting in second. Tyler Hudson's coming up to the back end, though. Tyler Ducharme's in the mix. John Fiddler. I'm going to tell you what, if you're gambling, man, go ahead and pick your winner. I feel for you because it's anybody.
The 777 of Jacob Leverside, he's involved with the 01 whip spinning. He somehow saves that. The 07 of, or I'm sorry, that's the 07 of Howard Weaver goes spinning. He's going to collect the 777 of Leverside, and that's your points leader.
Uh-oh, and I'm going to tell you what, that is not what Jacob wants to see because as of right now, I'm going to tell you, Jacob Fields said he wanted a miracle. Well, let's see what happened here. It started up front. Howard Weaver got spun around. Zach Rounds went around. The 42 Virgil Graham's around. It was a parking lot on the dirt. But I'm going to tell you, Jacob Fields now is leaking his chops because that drops Levenstein back to 14th. 10 spots back. That would put them, if it's a point each position that is, tied ball game. Folks, when you want to talk about drama, now we got drama in the closing laps of this one. Jacob said, or Field said, he needed a miracle. He might have just got it. And like I said at the beginning of this race, I don't care how fast you are, how bad you think you are, or how good you think you want to be. In dirt racing, that dirt track right there will just snap out and show you just how much of a rookie you can be.
It will, Joe, and that actually all started with the 01 of Tyler Hudson. As I'm looking right here, he goes into the corner. The one of Ronnie Falloway was right behind him. I don't know if the 01 of Hudson just misjudged it or thought Ronnie Falloway was going to rear end him. He just puts too much throttle in it, gets loose, comes off the corner, and then slides up into the 007 of Jacob Fields. And that's when it sends the 01 of Hudson around, and after that, it just bottlenecks the entire field.
No doubt about it. I saw that, but man, I tell you, the development we're going to have to watch now is Jacob Levenstein is going to have to. Now you want to see somebody going to be possessed. That 007 knows now every position is very important. He doesn't want to lose anything right now because he understands he is probably only 1 or 2 positions out from stealing this title away tonight here on the season finale here at Volusia.
Well, Joe Leverstein's at 14th, Jacob Fields in 4th. If my redneck calculator math is right, that's 10 positions, that's 10 points, and Leverstein is ahead of Fields by 10 points. So right now, it's a tied ball game.
Hang on a second.
As we're waiting on Joe to get his redneck calculator out too.
No, I'm trying to open up a package.
Well, he's opening up a package. And we're green flag is out right now with Austin Carr leading the way. Shane James in 2nd. Ronnie Falloway in 3rd. Jacob Fields in 4th. We're going to be focusing in on that 007 of Fields and that 777 of Jacob Leverstein all the way back in the 14th position. He's battling 3 wide with the 07 of Howard Weaver to the 23 of Dalton Connor. But 777 knows he can't lay back now. He's got some damage to that machine. He's just not getting the runoff on the bottom like he was before. You see him going right now around the 23 of Dalton Connor. Still can't quite clear him. He's going to come off the corner. He's going to clear him down the backstretch.
Oh, Shane James got into the back end of Ron Falloway, and he goes around. Wow, I'm going to tell you what, right there. I was about to say, though, that that is not what Jacob Fields wanted to see. Let me get on Ron here for a second so I can show you folks, man, what happened to him. Show you this wild crash that we saw back here. But him and Shane James up are just beating the fenders out of each other. Shane just got right in the back end of him and then just drove him up into the fence. Wow, he flipped that machine up. But in the meantime, what had happened was Tyler Hudson and Tyler Ducharme got around Jacob Fields up there and dropped him back even more. But now, you've got Jacob Fields, he's back up in 4th. Leverstein's up in 11th. So Fields still got a little bit more work that he needs to do here. How many laps left? Chad says 2 million. yeah, we got about 2 million and a half to go.
We're going to have about 20 laps to go, but you're right. That does not help the 007 of Field. And Shane James, after that incident, was parked for the night.
I hate to see that, man, on his end. You know, that's a racing deal right there. I mean, and it happened so quickly at a blink of an eye here on the dirt side of things there. Well, Austin Carr still out front. Tyler Ducharme, boy, made waves last week, and he's making them this week here too. Tyler Hudson, so you got 2 Tylers up front here. Ducharme and Hudson. One of them is the showman, and the other one is Mr. iracing.
It is, and I correct that. We're on lap 52 of 75.
All right, there you go. I still got to get one of these guys, get my logo on one of these cars out here. Man.
I'll do it for the right price.
I had to give you a cookie. Pace truck's in.
You never make the A main. I'd never make the A main, but we're going back out here. It would be much exposure, but you're right, the green flag is out.
Oh, I tell you what, Tyler Hudson working over Tyler Ducharme for that 2nd place spot. Jacob Fields understands he has got to get that thing held on to it right now. John Fiddler's in the back. Let's go back here and see what Jacob Leverstein's doing. Is he's still moving up through the field as of right now where he is at. He is safe, but he's got Howard Weaver breathing down his back deck lid along with Dalton Connor back there, Robert Schaefer. So the 777, he's not out of the woodwork yet.
He's not. Jacob Fields is sitting in fourth. He knows he has just a few more positions to make. He's got to finish. Basically, he's got to win this race. And Jacob Leverstein has got to finish in 10th or 11th. Jacob Leverstein in 10th right now, as he's going after that number 30 of Robert Schaefer for 9th on the top side.
Well, you talk about the 007, Jacob Fields right there. He understands. Now he's turning it up just a little bit. He's trying to look to the high side there. Tyler Hudson every once in a while, maybe to see if he can't get it. And about 23 laps here left to go in this one. Well, here we go. You've got the man up top, John Fiddler there working over. That's what Fields does not want to see. But right now, he's on the inside of Hudson. He's going to see if he can't take that spot. So he knows, I got to get everything I can right now because Leverstein is coming.
He is, and he's coming in a hurry right now. I think Fields is going to need a little bit of help to win this championship. He's already got himself in the first part of this race, but he's asking for another miracle.
Absolutely. I mean, he's done everything he possibly can do here tonight. You can't take it. My hat's off to him. He's going to take it 3 wide for that second spot up underneath Tyler Hudson, and he's got to do it. He's got to gamble. We're getting to the closing laps of the final here tonight at Volusia, folks, for the VLR, presented by X.cerlerated. Big 3 Series Super Late Model. It has been a race, and it is about to get even better as that man Fields underneath 3 wide with Hudson, Tyler Ducharme, Fiddler in the mix.
Yes, they're all coming out. Look at that 25 of Ducharme. It's getting that high side on top of that cushion. Going into the corner, just can't quite throw it in like he needs to. He's trying to get the momentum on the exit.
Boy, these guys right here are just about to put the ground and pound on each other. Oh, Fields getting the back end of Tyler Hudson. Austin Carr's loving every minute he's seeing. He's 2.5 seconds long gone in another universe right now up front. These guys are still hammering. Look at that. Fiddler to the inside. Tyler Ducharme on the inside. Still 3 wide. You've got 5 machines right there that are all on top of each other. Who's going to come out of this one on top?
And they're going to have 13 laps to figure it out. That 007 all over that back end of the 01 of Hudson. It actually cost him. He's going to lose his spot to the 115 of Fiddler. Now he's going to have to deal with the 25 of Ducharme.
Absolutely, 13 to go. That's probably about 12 to go. Look in the middle. Man, the man cuts it right there in the 007. Jacob Fields threads the needle, brings it through the middle side there of John Fiddler. And Tyler Ducharme, he moves it back. He is up in the 3rd place trying to get that spot away. Just can't. Where in the world did the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson come from, though? That guy, man's got a crunched up Kool-Aid can out there, and he's been able to steal battle up front.
He is, and Jacob Leverstein doing what he needs to do. Made his way back to that 8th position. Now he's just looking back. There's about a second and a half gap between him and this next pack of cars, and he's looking at that and notices that he's just got to stay where he's at, and he'll come out of here the champion.
Boy, 3 wide synchronized slide job city happening here at Volusia. Download Fields there. Hudson in the middle. He's up top. Fiddler there. They all make contact. Wilson gets spun around. Here comes Ducharme. Caution's out. Wow. That's all I got to say. I got a feeling that one right there, oh, Wilson, he is he got the blunt end of that. They went 3 wide, and Fiddler hit Fields, and then they just all kind of collected each other from there.
They did, and Jacob Leverstein is back to that 7th position, and once we go green, we're going to have 10 to go.
10 to go for all the marbles here tonight. Big 3 Series presented by VLR and X.cerlerated. Super late model action, and I tell you, I hope tomorrow night's race lives up to what we're seeing here, and I hope Sunday night's race this past lives up to what we're seeing here. I guess I'll be a little biased and say not going to happen.
Not with me on the mic, Joe.
Oh, well, folks, tonight I've been kind of more excited than I have been all season. I mean, this right here, this is for all the marbles. These guys, man, tonight, we're crowning a champ. This is what you work for. This is what you work for all season, and this is what you want.
It is. We're going to have 10 laps to go. We're going to crown a champion. We're going to crown a race winner. Does anyone have anything for Austin Carr? Field still needs a miracle. Leverstein's made it back to that 7th position. And look at Weaver. He's been following him through. Made it back in that 8th spot.
Well, Austin Carr has been the man all race long. Nobody's been able to do anything with him, and I mean nobody. He has dominated this thing. And Rocky's like, never mind. Yeah. Wilson was up there, and then he had to yell out, Wilson, and he was long gone. They punted him right out the racetrack. But he went to the back there, and unfortunately, he did fight himself back up front. Tyler Ducharme and Tyler Hudson and Jacob Fields all been up front. It's pace trucks in. Here we go. Like I said, we're going to be less than about 10 to go here in this one. As Austin Carr's out front, you still got a battle brewing for the second place. Look at that. Jacob Fields is just not giving up.
He's not. He's all over that back end of the 01 of Tyler Hudson. And look at that 25 Ducharme, last week's winner. His speed coming in. He's been able to hold a clean race all race long. And now he's paying the good needs of it.
Absolutely. Tyler Hudson, though, sitting there in the second place spot. Fields there in third. He looks to the inside to see if he can't maybe put that nose in there and get the slide and move him up on the track. Can't do it. And don't look, folks, don't blink, because here comes Leverstein. He's in the backside, and that 777 machine and the 18. And boy, these guys, if they're not tired after this race, man, they got some endurance.
They absolutely do, Joe. We're out just broadcasting it.
Been a good one so far. Howard Griever almost got in the back end there, Jacob Leverstein.
He did, Joe. I was watching that. These drivers are going all out right now, trying to get everything they can.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to look just how competitive it is here. Howard Weaver sitting in 8th. David Heileman there in 9th. Jarrett Nieberge sitting in 10th. Cole Newhofer back in 11th. I mean, that is just a who's who of names sitting in the backside back here. And then you take it up front, and these two guys are just leaning on each other. Jacob Fields, boy, just putting it all on the line right now. He was alongside, I think he was in the lap, man, of Tyler Hudson there in the driver's side.
He was. We got 5 laps to go right now. They're coming out of 3 and 4. Going to be 4 laps to go.
4 to go this time by. That man, Austin Carr, he definitely wants to win. And Tyler Hudson would love to put in second. Jacob Fields would love to get up there to 3 wide behind them.
They are. They're battling out, duking it out. Jacob Fields sitting in 4th, battling the 25 to Tyler Ducharme for that 3rd position. Howard Weaver sitting in 8th. Jacob Leverstein, your points leader in 7th. 3 laps to go. They're still 3 wide up front. Trying to get that last and final. Ducharme, the number 25, is in the wall. He jumps the cushion.
Man, and that right there helps out Leverstein right there, because it puts him in 6th. Jacob Fields in 3rd. There's nothing he can do at this point. But in front of him, Austin Simmelman right there out of nowhere, coming to the front in 5th place. John Fiddler in 4th. As the laps are winding down, Austin Carr's 2.6 seconds ahead and is out setting in the sunset right now. So the battle's on for 2nd. Tyler Hudson right now is trying to hold off Jacob Fields.
And white flag is in the air as they're all battling for position. Austin Carr sitting out front going into turn 3 and 4.
White flag final time here tonight, folks. This is going to be all of it right here. Jacob Fields is going to end this one up here in 3rd. Austin Carr is going to pull it off here with Tyler Hudson in 2nd place. But you've got, man, Jacob Levenstein is going to hold on to this one. And there you go. Wow. What a race. That's all I got to say. What a race.
Your winner, Austin Carr, just in a dominating fashion, but it's going to be overshadowed by her champion, the 777 of Jacob Leverstein.
Wow. Tell you what, I'm going to have to remember who the winners and all that was there again. So Austin Carr won. I know old Jacob Fields came in third.
Tyler Hudson in 2nd.
Tyler Hudson, there we go, that's right. We're definitely going to have to get our champ up here, Jacob Leverstein, and get him up here and just talk to him, put him in the waiting room. I'm just looking for the other guys here. John Fiddler, Howard, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, where's Tyler Hudson at?
In the interview room. Hold on.
No, he ain't in the interview room. There he is. So who are we missing? We got Austin, Jacob, Tyler, and
Jacob Fields.
Jacob Fields came in 3rd. Where's Jacob?
Well, heartbreaker for Jacob Fields, coming so close to that championship.
You see him?
I don't blame him for wanting to miss out on this one. He's got to be disappointed for sure in that 007 machine, as he gave it all he had some luck in there. Leversheim fell to the back, but was able to climb his way for that 6th position.
Yeah, we don't see Jacob Fields, and you know what? I hate to see that, man. I definitely like to get talking with, but I tell you what, let's bring up our 2nd place man, Tyler Hudson here. We're gonna talk in with him because you know he loves to talk. We'll let you get to talk in with him, man.
Mr. iracing himself in that 01 machine is Tyler Hudson. Man, you started in that 11th position. You kind of fell in there, and you were really holding your own. Didn't start seeing to make your way up through the pack until about halfway to go. Man, how was it like coming through that field?
Man, it's rough. It's pretty tough, especially when the track slicks off like that. Everybody's kind of running pretty close to the same speed, and it's all about who can eggshell that throttle or roll into it slower but faster, if that makes any sense at all. And it's so it's tough, but it's cool that it comes down to that. And but it was a pretty good race.
And man, you were running that bottom line lap after lap. The consistent UC you were showing out there was unreal. You held on to it till the very end. And then, man, I started to see some drivers, especially coming up through that middle line. I thought it might be quicker, but didn't see anyone going through the cushion. And like you talked about, it's like racing on an eggshell. How concentrated and how focused do you have to be to run that same exact line lap after lap and deal with traffic while you're making it up through the field?
Man, I tell you, it's pretty difficult. I mean, you know, these guys make it look easy, and it's hard to tell by the broadcast what's actually going on with the throttle and brake and steering inputs and all that. But it really takes, like that one run there, I was in a pretty good rhythm where I was picking off one here every few laps. But once we had a caution, you know, it's you kind of get out of that rhythm, and if you just touch the throttle just a tiny bit more than you should, you just light the tires up, and so it's tough to get back into that rhythm. But you know, I try to stick to the bottom. I tried a couple different lines, like you were saying. I ran the middle a couple of times, and when somebody in front of me is running the bottom trying to pass somebody, it seemed like the middle would carry the momentum better. But I just wasn't able to be consistent unless I ran the bottom, and I think that hurt me because it seemed like at the end there the track really went toward the top to right at the cushion, and I tried it a couple times and felt like I was giving up too much time, because you got to run that hard. And when you've been, for me, when I've been trying to eggshell it the whole race and then go up top and run hard, it's harder for me to just flip that switch on and off like that. So it was tough, but you know, we were lucky to come home second. I know a lot of guys, I was holding up some at the very end there, but it was really good racing. But man, they tore that back bumper off. I might have to send the bill to a couple drivers.
Yeah, we were watching it like there, and when we, after that long run, we had that caution there. We see some contact between you and the other drivers. There's nothing you could do on your end, and man, you were able to still hold on to that thing. And then so was the 007. And man, like you were saying, just being able to eggshell that throttle and coming out of there. But we see some drivers going up to the top on the heat race. Like I said, I'm really surprised I didn't see them use more and more of that cushion, but it had a lot to do with you saying just running that line and just being consistent. If you're not used to it, it's hard to turn the switch on. But before I let you go, you got anyone out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I appreciate the broadcast you guys do, and VLR for what they do, and One Up Motorsports. Darren Haskell helps me out with the cars. Appreciate his help, and all the drivers tonight. Congrats to I think Jacob won the championship. I didn't get to run the full season, but next time we can run the full season, he better watch out.
Well, hey man, always some great insight and seeing the more technical point of view. You always do a good job there, man. And yeah, next season, come on out, run for that points championship, because if you do, these boys better be scared, because that 01 machine is blazing fast out there, Tyler.
Nah, these guys, man, they're pretty tough. But I appreciate it. Congrats to everybody on the championship and all the guys that ran well this season.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. iracing himself, Tyler Hudson, coming out with a hard fight, second place. Joe, you got our winner?
I'll let you grab him, man. Let me see what we got going on. What do we got? Austin Carr. I still wasn't able to find Jacob Fields out there, so like I say, hey, I'll bring up here the winner, man, tonight, who pretty much dominated tonight here, Davis. I mean, he came out of the gate and said, boys, I understand y'all running for a championship, but I want to make a name for myself, and he did. He led a lot here tonight, so I'll bring him up here and let's get talking with him.
Hey, awesome. This is Davis Richards up here in the OSR Network booth. Man, just dominating fashion out there, winning the race tonight. No one was breathing down your neck. They were all fighting for that second and third position. Man, how excited is it to win tonight?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. This whole season, it's just been nothing but, I mean, I had one win, but mainly just top 3s and top 2s, and it was just eating at me. So getting out here, dominating, and staying out front the whole time, it was kind of boring, but it's good to win out here, especially with the caliber of guys out here.
It is, man, especially in dominating fashion like that. I think you had a 2.5 second lead over the other drivers the entire night. Man, you unfortunately weren't able to come home with the championship. You ran a lot up front this whole entire season, second and third place. It's nice to come out here, grab a win, grab some momentum for next season. You think you got what it takes to come out here next season and get that championship?
Yeah, I mean, out of the 9 races, I think either 9 or 10 races, I missed like at least 3 of them. I think my average finish was 2nd, so I mean, if I could have ran the rest of the series, at least even showed up, I mean, I probably could have been up there in the points lead too. So I mean, hopefully next season we can commit to the whole thing. And best thing about this is most of these guys are in the pro series, so it's a good test to see like where everybody else is at and where I'm at for next week when that gets going.
You're right, and that'll be live too with that pro series as we were watching the sprint car races last night. But man, before I let you go, you got anyone out there you want to thank?
Definitely got to thank United Dirt Sim Racing Association with Michael Rosendahl, Tim Hunt Designs, Dirt Car Racing, Sprint Car Insiders, Dirtco Media House for all the sponsors they put on here, and definitely I think you guys up in the booth in VLR, and we're happy to. I think y'all are broadcasting Pro Series, aren't you?
Race Spot is.
Race Spot. Oh, well, they messed up. So it was good seeing what y'all all season, and definitely one of the better groups out there, especially you, Joe.
Man, I appreciate it.
All right, see ya.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's Austin Carr, Davis, and we said it. He dominated. I mean, what more could you ask for? He dominated this race tonight. He came out of here with his teammate Ron Followay. I don't know all the gossip to those guys. And before we get to our champion here, I don't know of all the gossip those guys are talking about out there as far as R-Factor nerds and all that stuff that they were talking about. But either way, they must have learned something when they were over there, and it showed here tonight. But with that said, I know this guy right here's got to be relieved. 777 all season long has been up front, and this right here is what you come to see, and this is what you work for. This is what you put in the hours, and this is what you actually physically want to do. We're gonna get a talk in the 777 man himself, Jacob Leverstein. He is the champ in the house of the VLR, presented by X.cerlerated, Big 3 Series, and a super late model. Folks, let me welcome here Jacob, the champ. How's that feel?
Man, I'm speechless. You know, I really didn't think I'd come into this season and be able to win this championship like this, you know, and especially to do it without even winning a race the whole season, you know. But we stay consistent, and we're able to pull it off.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna have to hit you with an epidural or something, man, epi-epping, man, to get you pumped up and excited, or you're just that wore out. You gotta take us back though. Here's the one thing: how worried was you when you got caught up in that wreck?
I was definitely pretty worried. You know, I was definitely looking up there to see where Jacob Fields is. You know, just constantly trying to keep the positions. You know, keeping the points close and everything. And I was able to work through the field a little bit and get it down to 2 positions, and yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, because at that one point with that caution, it was 10. Y'all were 10 position difference. It would have been tied, and obviously I think Jacob has a win, so it would have went down to that point there. But you're right, you battled back, got through the field back there, made up the positions, got back up top, did what a champion had to do, kept your composure, brought it back to the front, won the title here, and my dog agrees on you right there. And hey, you're the champ here, man. I tell you, got anybody out there you want to thank over that?
I want to thank Foxhound Graphics for making such a great looking car, and I want to thank Garrett Niuji and Randall Carter and you guys up in the booth for doing such a good job all year.
It has been an awesome season, man, to watch you guys here at the VLR on the Super Late Model Series here. It has been just an awesome, man, pleasure to be able to watch week in and week out. I mean, you guys are some of the best out there. I mean, you got pro drivers all the way down to the rookies out here, but still, the amount of talent that is out here is bar none. But they can't take it away from you. You are the Super Late Model champ here in the Big Three, Jacob Leverstein. And I hope we finally got your name right. Is that right on your last name?
It is pronounced Leverstein.
Okay. Never mind, because we have done said Leverstein. I give up. But anyway, yeah. I've done said everything across the board. But it don't take away the fact that, hey, the champ is here, Jacob, and the 777 machine out there. Again, my man, congratulations on winning the title here tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Davis, that right there, that's what it's all about. That's what you work for, and it's just been a grueling 12-week series. And you got any final words?
Man, I've been saying his last name wrong in 3 different broadcasts, but man,
don't feel bad. I've been saying it wrong. That's all along.
That about sums up the whole entire season now, the comment right there. But man, no, absolutely fun to come out here. Thank you to VLR for putting up with me. Thank you OSRN for having me in the booth. It's always fun accompanying my good friend Joe White. What a season we saw action packed every single lap. We've seen thrillers, we've seen people run out of gas, we've seen tempers flare, but tonight we crowned a champion, and wow, what a season.
But I tell you what, I couldn't said it any better myself, folks. Again, I want to appreciate the guys here at the VLR and also the guys over at X.cerlerated right there for letting myself here and all the other guys up here in the booth with me and OSR Network broadcast this awesome series, and it has been a good one. Again, congratulations to the champ. Jacob, I'm going to keep saying Leverstein, but because I done forgot what he said the other one was, but Jacob Leverstein out there, the champ here tonight, and Austin Carr in dominating fashion, winning the final race here tonight. And for all the drivers here at the VLR on the Super Late Models and for all the series out there, folks, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope, man, you've had the excitement. And until then, and until we see you again, everyone, have a good night.